The next type of journal entry we're going to make has to do with your SAE, or time in your AET projects or experiences. So we're back to journal, and we go to time in your AET projects or experiences. Here, we're going to enter in hours spent in our SAE outside of class. So you'd pick the date. And let's say we're going to do one for an entire week's worth of activity. It's easy if you're just doing a one-day entry, but there's no need to do a one-day entry every single day if it's the same sort of work every day. We want to see, for entrepreneurship activities, at least one entry per week, though. So 1 week, one every week minimum. And if you're doing a placement activity, you can do up to 2 weeks if that's when your paychecks are, and you can align it accordingly. So we'd pick the day at the beginning of the week, perhaps, and we choose our project that we're doing. And then from there, you'll have to add at least one explore, a skill area. So pick the one that makes the most sense to you. Okay, and some that you already see ones you've already used before. So let's say I'm going to use that one. And then the hours for the week. Let's say I spent 9 hours this week, and then I will put in the description a week of, and then list the things that I was doing, for example, with this market steer. So it'd be feeding, cleaning, watering, picking up feed, so on and so forth. So all the time I spent on that steer gets entered in here. Don't short yourself on time here. Get all of that included when it comes up to that. You're welcome to add pictures of this. This is easy to do from a smartphone if you're doing your entries via that way. But that's great documentation for later as you're looking at presentations and awards and things like that. And then supervision, if you were, if I was there for the activity you were in question, like we do an SAE visit, then you'd mark that. If we were doing something fair, perhaps you'd mark that. But if I'm not, then leave it unsupervised. And then you'd hit save, and you are good to go there. Keep in mind that we'd have more words here. I just left it blank. And that's it. That'll add your journal entry there. Again, one per week on entrepreneurship activities or agri-science. If there's something special or specific that happens, that's not a normal thing, that needs to be its own entry, such as a weighing day, giving vaccinations, things like that. Make that its own record so you know when those things were done. And then for placement, like for a job, then that would just be usually about 2 weeks or so, whenever the pay period is, but at least one every 2 weeks. And again, summarize what you did there. That's what we should be doing for our SAE journal entries, and all of our SAEs at this point hopefully have one, even if just a meeting or something like that, getting ready for that SAE.